Hi once again everyone, it's Eric Wilhelm here with a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks here on the 16th day of January 2018. Wanted to start with a little review of some stats, then we'll get to the forecast, which includes some pretty nice weather, all things considering, as we head towards the end of the week and into the weekend. First, a review of where we've been so far in January as far as daily snow goes. With our most recent clipper, we officially picked up about 3.8 inches worth of snow at the Youngstown Warren Airport in Vienna, and this is after picking up 6+ inches last Friday into Friday night. So that puts our total for the month up to 17.5 inches. Certainly a healthy amount of snow through roughly the first half of the month of January. Now, we're roughly halfway through meteorological winter. I wanted to start looking at some stats because of that, and we'll start with the snow. So far at the airport for the season, we've picked up 37.5 inches worth of snow. That's about 9 inches above average and about 4 inches more than last year. A lot of people think it's a lot more than last year. When last year we actually, despite how warm it got in January and February, we actually had a pretty snowy December. That skewed the numbers. So only about 4 inches more so far through January 16th than we had at the same time last year. It's also halfway through meteorological winter, so I wanted to continue a review of how our forecast is doing. I talked about temperatures a bit last night. We advertised a colder than average winter, and that's what we've had so far through the halfway mark. We advertised that temperatures will be quite a bit colder than last winter, and of course we have been right on that. Where we've missed the mark a little bit is snowfall, at least so far. Now, of course, winter's only halfway through. The forecast could still turn out fine, but halfway through winter, we are running, again, a surplus in terms of snow by about 9 inches, and that means our forecast is a little off, at least halfway through. But we don't have much snow coming in the next, coming couple of weeks probably, so that could put our forecast in a little bit better shape. Now, again, with our most recent snow, our forecast was also a pretty good one. We advertised up to 3 or 4 inches or so in some spots, especially south and east of Youngstown. And we got 3 inches or so in Newcastle, up to 5 down towards Wellsville and over into parts of Beaver and Butler counties, PA. Picked up a couple of inches north of 224 in most spots. So, yeah, the forecast worked out pretty well with our pretty healthy Alberta Clipper system. Now the cold becomes the story. Temperatures are cratering quickly this evening at 8:30. Wind chill was down to 7 below. Some people have asked me on Facebook, why do we not have a wind chill advisory out? Why does the National Weather Service, that is, not have a wind chill advisory out? Some school districts make decisions based on whether or not there's a wind chill advisory. Of course, we do have several 2-hour delays, but some are wishing, if their school district does not have one, that they did have one. The reason why there's not a wind chill advisory, even though wind chills will get pretty low tonight, the wind is not that strong. When it's 0 out, you don't need a very strong breeze to create a wind chill down to 7, 8, 10 below or so. But for a wind chill advisory to be issued, you generally need not only wind chills 10 below or colder for a few hours, but also wind speeds of 5 miles per hour or greater for more than a few hours, and we may not have that tonight. Winds are not going to be all that strong, and frostbite risk certainly goes up the stronger the wind you have, no matter the temperature. So that's why the Weather Service has not issued a wind chill advisory thus far. Wind chills will be pretty nasty tomorrow morning, though. We're talking 10 to 15 below in most spots. By tomorrow afternoon, not much relief, climbing into the single digits below 0. Pretty quiet forecast next few days. We're looking for a decent amount of sunshine for tomorrow and for Thursday as high pressure slides off to our south. Warm front will slip in Thursday night and Friday. We'll finally get above freezing on Friday. Car washes will start to get kind of busy, I think, Friday afternoon into the weekend as a lot of people try to get a layer of muck off their car. Pattern change coming up. I want to talk about this a little bit. Now, this is kind of a complicated looking graphic, but basically we're looking at the airflow here up in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and you can kind of trace where our air mass is currently coming from. If you just trace the lines that are over our region, they go like this, right up into the Arctic Circle. That's where our air mass has been coming from lately, but things are about to change. The pattern is going to undergo a change late this week, and it's a much more Pacific-dominated pattern. So if you trace the lines now, late this week into the weekend and really beyond, they go out to the Pacific Ocean, not up through the Arctic Circle. So milder days are ahead, and I think this pattern has some staying power. As we look ahead to the longer range, I want to show you some of the longer range modeling here. This is the European long range modeling broken down by week. Notice as we go into, not this week, but the following week, nice warm anomaly over The eastern U.S., including our neck of the woods, as we go towards the final week of January, still looking pretty mild. First week of February, still looking pretty mild. Now, the pattern is likely to change again as we head towards mid-February, and we're probably going to start to turn colder again compared to average as we go into the middle and latter portions of February. But the last 10 days of January, the first week, perhaps even 10 days of February, looking more tolerable. If you're tired of the consistent harsh winter cold that we've had really since Christmas without too much of a break. We had that break last week, but it was pretty short-lived. If you're tired of this, I think you're going to like the longer range pattern. Weather for Weather Geeks will be back tomorrow evening. Thanks for watching tonight's Tuesday night edition. Look for my updated forecast tonight on 21 News at 11, and have a great Tuesday night.